Hello everybody. Today we are going to start with Unit 11, Implementation and Maintenance of Systems. Let's see what this chapter has to tell us. Let's start directly from the introduction. Implementation and maintenance of system brings the SDLC life cycle to an end. After the design phase is over, actual writing of computer program as per the design specification and testing. The system as a single entity called system testing, which actually differs from the unit and module testing carried out during program development stage is carried out. A detailed conversion plan is the design to change over from the existing system to the new system. A properly designed conversion plan ensures a smooth transition to the new system. Database is designed, created, and installed by using the existing data from the old system or by creating data manually. Appropriate training of the end user is important as the success of any system depends on the involvement of end user who is actually going to use the system. A comprehensive user manual is prepared outlining the procedural things to use the system. Actual conversion to the new system can be either in phased manner or in just one instance, depending on the situation. Maintenance of the system after implementation is a major activity considering the total life of a software product. Maintenance is important to make the system current and relevant in a changing organizational environment. Here are some objectives. After going through this unit, you should be able to conduct system tests, prepare conversion plans, install databases, train the end users, prepare user manual, move to the new system, and perform various maintenance activities. Now comes implementation of systems. Implementation of system involves developing working computer software from the design specification through coding by a team of programmers. Many times the user requirements are either not built into the design specification or compromised to make the design simple and manageable. Implementation of the system is done by coding, testing, and creating the necessary hardware and network environment and imparts training to the end users. Of course, apart from coding and testing, the running implementation activities differ from project to project. This phase of the software development requires intensive user involvement. Conducting system tests. No system can be perfect. Testing is of vital importance as all information systems are designed by a team of software engineers and end users have little or no knowledge of system development. Testing is done to bridge the gap between the perceived outcomes desired by the user to that of systems analysts and programming team. The design specifications are requirements of the user and are translated to working software by the programmer. Hence, it is the ability of the programmer to code exactly as per the design specification that is to be judged by testing the software module. The objective of any testing mechanism is to discover and fix bugs before the product is delivered to the customer. A good testing scheme has a high probability of discovering an undiscovered error. The objective of any good testing scheme is to find and fix bugs with minimum time and resources. Besides bugs and errors, systems are tested for response time, volume of transactions that can be handled, stress under which it can function, security and usability. For an online transaction processing system, testing of the system for response time could be quite vital. System testing assumes that all parts of the system are correct and error free, even though the system has been tested for individual components and modules. There is no guarantee that the system after integration will work as per the desired specification. System test involves a holistic approach for testing the working of the application in totality. The following are various types of system testing. Recovery testing test the ability of the system to recover from errors. Errors or any other processing faults must not cause overall system to fail. The recovery time of the system after failure must be within a specific period and tolerance limit. System failures are forced during this phase of testing by introducing exceptions to see how the system responds to the case. Security testing. System used for processing sensitive information are prone to high security risks. Individual often tries to access unauthorized data for various reasons. Threats could be external or internal. Hacking of passwords is a common problem. Individual can use software to generate random passwords to gain access of the system. Security testing takes care of these aspects of the system security. Stress testing. Stress test is designed to test the system as to how the system behaves in abnormal situation. The aim of the stress test is to find the limit of quantity or frequency of input after which the system fails. Stress test cases are designed which require maximum memory and other resources in excess of what a normal situation demands. Performance testing. Performance testing is specifically important to embedded and real-time systems. It checks the runtime performance of the system. It is often coupled with stress testing. Response testing. Testing of response time is of special importance in OLTP online transaction processing systems like railway reservation system, points of sale, etc. Testing is done to measure the response time. The same is compared with desired maximum response time. Usability and documentation testing. Testing is done to review the usability and user friendliness of the software. Most often, systems are provided with online help screen to help the end user. This also includes whether proper care has been taken to document the development stage of the project. User friendliness of the system is often compromised, which may lead to problems during implementation and maintenance of the system. The following are the various activities involved during system testing. Preparation of test plan. The first step in system testing is to prepare a document called a test plan. Test plan is a document which outlines the aspect of the system to be tested. A workable test plan is prepared in accordance with the design specifications such as expected output from the system, criteria for evaluating the output, nature and volume of test data, and procedure for using the test data. Specifications of user acceptance test. User is involved to prepare test cases. These can be derived from the test plan. Other parameters are test schedule, test duration, and the person delegated to carry out the user acceptance test. Preparation of test data for testing. Test data are often generated during testing of program. The test data must be true representative of the live data to be actually used by the end users. After installation, care should be taken to select the nature and volume of data. Although enough care is taken to test the system as per the documented specification, it is almost always a confusion regarding how the user will use the end product. In case there is one customer, a specific application designed for a specific use, a series of acceptance tests are carried out to validate all the user requirements. But this is not possible if the software is to be used by many customers. General purpose software like word processor, etc. An alternate approach is application of alpha and beta testing techniques. So, yes, Alpha testing is carried out by the customer at the developer's site. The customer uses the software and records the errors/bugs and usage problem. Alpha testing is carried out in a controlled environment. Beta testing is carried out at one or more customer sites by the end users. It is live testing of the software product and not controlled by the developer. The customer tests the software using her or his own data records and reports the bugs or problems in regular intervals to the developer. Many organizations deploy specially trained personnel for system testing. The problems of bugs uncovered in alpha and beta testing are fixed before the product is shipped and installed in customers' premises. Testing of complex software can be time consuming and frustrating also. The aim of system testing is to uncover every possible error that may come up at the user end. The role of data processing auditor, EDP auditors/information system auditor is quite involved during all stages of system development, especially during testing. Auditors can provide useful independent inputs to minimize complications during maintenance. So here we come to the end, and we will start from 11.2.2 from next lecture, and the answers of check your progress will be available soon in the description. So thank you. Till then, keep exploring.